3, 2, 1. Hit confirm when you see it.
Be okay. You don't need to hold the mic or anything like that.
It seems like it's the same room, but
It's
it's
a different room,
But
but it
then
looks
can
the
I
same.
throw the mic back onto the back into the audience portion?
hello.
Yes.
Hello.
I'll do the I'll do the photo. Am I on megaphone again?
You know,
Thanks, Elijah, for your help.
I get so. Did you do the portal, Elijah? Great.
He did. I was going to do the photo and then let him do it, and then just make sure that everybody's ready to move to the next one. Okay, so I'm going to go down there. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen Daniel.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh, there's fine. Okay, okay. So I'll
He's
give
right
you
there.
the. I'll make sure that they're ready. Okay. So expand the photo just to give the film crew a couple minutes.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good.
So you'll message me when it's ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
By the time we take the photo, I'm sure they'll be done.
Okay. Um.
Hi,
So
Selena.
hi Rohit. Hi guys. We're gonna I'll come up on stage and we're gonna take a photo with the crowd and you guys, and then
Okay.
that'll give time for the video to start, and then I'll let
Okay.
Rohit take over, and then at the end, after questions, I just come back up on stage and thank you guys, and then get everybody to the next place. That'll work.
Off. Yep, that works fine.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna come on up now and get everybody up on stage for the photo. Okay.
Okay.
And everybody, you guys all have megaphone and everything in your host tool, so when you talk, we'll be able to hear you, right? Okay. So
Yes, ma'am, you should be able to hear us.
yes, and we'll check audio before you guys start, just to make sure, and they'll message you. Okay,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you so much for coming. As tradition has it, at the beginning of each of our talks, we invite everybody in the audience up on stage, and usually the speakers are situated right in the middle so that we can send you a complimentary photo of your talk with all the audience next to you. And if you all come up on stage, just make sure nobody's standing in front of you or behind you. So we'd like to invite you all to come up. I unblock the stage for you all. And Donna, come on up, guys. Lars and Ollie, fun nights. Joel, come on up and find a little place.
Okay, guys. So
Um,
here's the thing: if you're standing up front, stop, so that the people behind you can find a place to look through. Okay. So if you guys in front, stop moving, then the people behind you can find a place to stand. Crikey. Suggest you've got a nasty sound. Eek.
okay, and anybody else, Joel or Fun Nights or Yar, if you guys want to come up, we're just taking a photo of the crowd where we don't stand in front of somebody
Closer to
else.
the middle. If everybody could move closer to the middle, that would help.
And then we are going to emote.
Yeah, I see the whole stage, so I can get. Okay, you guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, in a second, tell you to start giving emojis, and you're not going to stop until I say okay. And it takes my camera a little while. Just hang. Oh, yeah. So you guys are going to be doing emojis just for a little while. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm going to start a countdown now. 5, 4, 3, and there we got it.
Awesome. Awesome, guys. Okay, we'll go back to our seats now and hand this over to the, you may get knocked off stage here in just a second. Here. So if you feel.
You're gonna boot everybody. You're funny.
I'm booting everyone. Okay. Thank you, guys. That was great. Now I'm going to pass this over to the mentor of this group, Rohit. He's going to give a description of everything, and then at the end, I'll help guide us to our next talk. And so take it away. It's all yours. I'm going to mute everybody in the audience. Yeah.
তো ফাইনটা একবার চেষ্টা করে দেখুন প্রয়োজন হ্যাঁ
Hey everyone, can you guys the fun with all space, right?
Hello.
It just turned me
Hello,
off.
Ankush.
Can you guys mute yourself,
Able
please?
to hear me? Yes. Thank you.
Hey guys, can you hear me? I need a audio clue or image or anything. Okay, I can see hands up. Perfect. Thank you so much. Hope you guys are having fun with the Student in VR conference so far. Did you sit through some interesting seminars and presentations by students and the work they have done? We are excited to share some of the work that some of our students have done and what they have been working upon. And we will be presenting today 3 different projects that have been built. And these are entirely student envisioned. They have built it and now they are going to present it for. So without further ado, let me see if I can just. Okay. So these are the 3 presentations. Today we will have the VXR Wizards present out their first presentation, and then we have Tiger Tech, and followed by Liberty North. And then I will talk about some of the things that our organization VRoKCs has been doing. And if you are interested, or if you know a student or an educator who would like to do similar projects with VR in the classroom and build out some VR experiences, then I would tell you some more details related with the extended challenge that's going to come up this year. So without further ado, let me bring up the first team and what they had been working upon. So the first team is VXR Wizards, and the challenge which was given out to them was quite relevant to our current times. So what we shared with them was related with how the pandemic has affected their local community, and they had to create an immersive storytelling experience related with this. So animation, and what was the most exciting part about this experience? All these students were remote. They were remote, virtually coordinating themselves to work on the project. So I'll let them talk through this. And without further ado, let me invite Sujosh from VXR Wizards to run this presentation. Sujosh, you want to come up front?
Sir, I am up front right now.
Great. You might want to amplify your voice. Okay. Perfect. I'll let you run through this.
Um, Hello everyone. Welcome to this room for VXR Wizards. We will be presenting to you our game, or rather an animation which we have made in Unity. So the storyline, so our topic mainly was given to us as the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. And now I'll be giving you guys a brief introduction about what our storyline is all about. So without further ado, let's just start with it. The storyline begins actually with a teenager who is about to face his final examination. Like most of the students, he is too feeling a dust lag in his routine. The COVID-19 virus was on the rage at this time. He gives his maths exams amidst all this pandemic, but suddenly, out of the blue, comes an announcement stating that the exams are supposed to be postponed till any other further notice. The outer world has been locked down and is in complete chaos. Nothing is in order. The COVID 19 virus had become one of the most dangerous of all the viruses. Yes, it did not kill many people, but still date, no one has even found its cure with even the most of the advanced technologies that we have. Now, the development process was quite complicated for us too. We generally followed a 3-4 process. The first process included a debate about what to use, whether we should use the Unity engine or whether we should use the A-frame. Well, after a lot of debate, we decided that we should use the Unity engine. Okay, so now I'm going to just enlist why we chose exactly Unity. First reason, as you can see on the screen, is that Unity is easy to use. It has free assets and has a good documentation. Now, when I say this, what do I mean exactly? When I say that Unity is easy to use, I mean that the graphical interface reduces the amount of coding that we need to do. Now, when I say about the free assets, I mean that there are already tons of assets on the internet. So Ankush actually used the models of the teenager and the coronavirus and a lot of other objects. It also saved a lot of our own time. This is because we didn't have to create all of this on our own. And lastly, about the good documentation, I can guarantee and say you that it has a good documentation because Unity provides a good documentation uploaded on all of its websites. This helps us for error rectification. Now, in the second stage, we have Ankush scripting and developing his project according to the script produced by Mr. Ojas Manayak. And in the last, we use the hit and trial method or the test and develop method, as we can say here, to complete animation. Now, there are various problems we face while doing these things. There were various problems that we faced while making this while making animation. Out of them, there were just two types: the development problems and the audio problems. So the development problems. Ankush mainly had a development in synchronizing between different animations. While animating the teenager, he was having problem in synchronizing other elements like that of the clock or the lights or even the television. Sometimes it would all start up together and sometimes it would not start at all. So what Ankush did was he used a timer system. Now what's a timer system? Now in here a timer would run throughout the entire animation and count every second. It could start or stop at any action and at any specific time. And the second problem which we faced was the gameplay optimization. Due to the use of a highly quality models, whenever we start the application on the mobile, the frame rates always drop, making it lagging behind. We had to use the low poly models in order to minimize this lag. Now the compatibility. The final application used to work perfectly on some of the apps and did not work on some of them. It was probably a bug in the Vulkan graphics API and was fixed after turning on auto graphics API in the player settings. Now, let's move on to the audio development. While making all of this animation, we also need an audio to emphasize the audience directly into it. So while doing the audio system, I literally converted my room into a recording studio. All the audio which was recorded and which you can hear are all recorded on a condenser mic. It's a high quality mic, so mainly external sound are generally reduced. But when I'm reducing the general external noise, it kind of sounds like monotonous and flat. So what I did, I used some of my special apps to compile the outside noise into it. That I used generally two apps. One is the FL Studio and the second is the GarageBand app. These apps are extremely professional but are very easy to use and anyone can use them. Another problem which I faced was that out of the situation which Ankush used to provide me, there were tons and tons of music options. But thanks to the help of my mother, that I could finally get one or two out of them correctly. And I really like to thank my mother for this guide and help that she gave me. Our final application was something like this. It was developed just within 7 days of the given project. Here are some of the screenshots that we are showing you about how our application looks like. Now, I know some of you we want to see our application, how it looks like that now that I'm bragging about it. So if you want to exactly see our application, you can easily find it at Ankush's YouTube channel named Ankush Tech Creator, or you can download it from a site called as given here, that is ankushtechcreator.com. Now, there's an end of the story which we could not actually provide due to the lack of time. So these were as follows. First, a bright light shines into the eyes of the child, and we find that the COVID-19 virus is already over. People rise up from the depths of the COVID-19 virus. The pandemic had changed the lives of thousands and thousands of people around the globe. In the later scenes, we also show that we wanted to show that that the world comes out of the dark depths of the COVID-19 virus and is now as independent of that virus altogether. But people have changed. The people have realized the value of time, money, and proper sanitation. The pandemic had drastically changed the education system and the classes through virtual events. Now, only classes which were available were the e-classes and the online classes. Now, I would like to call upon on the stage some of my team members who were responsible for this great event. First is Ankush, who is also known as Ankush Tech Creator. Ankush Singh, please come up on the stage. He is the main developer and animator. He likes to refer to himself as the geek. Ankush, can you please come up on the stage?
Right behind you.
Okay, the next in the team we have Shojas Banerjee. That's actually me, who is a vocal and sound artist, and I like to refer to myself as the music nerd. And last but not the least, we have one of the most important members with us, whose name is Ojaswa Nayak. Okay, Ojaswa, I'm not able to see you exactly, so let's go on. He likes to refer to himself as the tech crazy. And finally, we have our mentor, whose name is Utsav Chaudhary. He is absent today, but nevertheless, he might have his own reasons. Now, we were just simply not satisfied with such a small event which we have done of making the animation. So technically, we started a YouTube channel. Like Utsav Chaudhary has a YouTube channel known as That Insane Guy, where he posts and uploads all the videos of programming and gaming. Then we have Ankush Tech Creator, which is Ankush's channel, where he also posts various parts of technology and stuff. And finally, there's mine, which is known as the Criminal.official, where we often upload official music videos. If you're free, please subscribe to our channels too. I would like to add some special thanks to our parents, Utsav sir, Rohit sir, and Avinash sir. Our project really would not have been possible without you guys. Very thank you to all.
Oops.
If any of you have any questions, you can please ask.
I'll unmute everybody. So if you have a question, please raise your hand or indicate about it. Give me an emoji or anything like that. The Asian guy, yes. You have a question?
Hi, where are you guys from actually? What was this about? I missed this thing.
We are from India.
I got
We
that.
are from India.
And I am also from India. I don't meet a lot of people here. So what was this about?
So
this was about the coronavirus pandemic.
Okay. Actually, I just joined, so I missed it. So what do you guys do?
So just let me answer this. We did an event about 2 weeks ago during this COVID-19 period where we gave out a challenge to these students to build out an immersive experience, immersive storytelling experience around COVID-19.
That's great.
So that's what they did, and they built out the entire experience within a span of 1 week, and all the links and everything are available.
That's great. So are you engineering student somewhere?
They are high school students.
No, not exactly.
Okay.
And I'll share in more details related with our organization and how these students and other presentations that are going to be done today, how they work within our program.
Yes.
Yeah. So and towards the end, I'll use the last 5 to 10 minutes to share the experience.
Okay. So do you own a company or something which works on VR?
Yes. So our company is VRoKCs.
Okay.
Hang in there. I'll share in more details. Just hang in. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anybody else?
Anyone else?
We have the raise hand feature now. If you look to your right, to the right of your menu, you can actually raise hand, which means you can ask a question and be put on megaphone. We don't have any questions currently, Rohit. Oh, hang on, there's one. There's one.
Go ahead.
So I'm curious about what is next. So just really curious about what is next for each of you. So make sure you have megaphone on when you answer.
Hi.
Thanks.
Hello. Oh, hi.
You guys want to answer that question?
Yeah, we can.
So Josh, go ahead.
We don't exactly know how to answer that question because we don't know what to do in the future exactly, and no one can exactly predict that. So I guess we'll just continue our trying to work like this again and again.
How about the rest of you?
I think now the COVID-19, the
Hello. Yeah, I think that the application that we have made, I think it.
We can't hear you. You need to turn on megaphone, please. Go to host tools, amplify your voice. Thanks.
Sorry, my bad. I think that I will make our application available for other mobile devices or also web VR, so that people who don't have an Android phone can experience the animation that we have made.
I am Ojaswa Naik. I have made the script. I want to learn more about AR and VR. And I would like to go into development.
Um, Sorry, I lost my connection and came back in again. I think my megaphone is on.
Yes, so anyone else again?
For a second. So I have another one, if no one
Go
else.
ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'd like to know from each of the students of what you've mentioned some of the challenges that you faced, but how could your process have improved?
We did learn a lot of new things. We learned how to fix our errors in our code.
Can I jump in on that question?
Yeah, sure.
So, like this entire conversation with this team was carried over virtually, as the three of them, I'm not sure if they have met in person before. They are located in three different parts of the country in India, and the entire conversation with them, their parents, and their mentor was done virtually. So again, I think they use that tool really well. Um, Based on the current time, they were very efficient. They would ask a lot of questions. So I think that's one of the key things when you don't have experience with VR AR, or you are not familiar with what are the tools to use, how you can go about building that experience. Ask for those questions. It was really good that their parents were able to support them, and they were involved with them every step of the way. So that support is also a big thing. I think now the lockdown is pretty much over, and they will probably get back to school or their books or exams. But I think those would be the key, to be curious and ask questions around it. You don't know, that's fine. Keep asking those questions. Not everybody has the answers for it, but if you don't ask, we will just assume that you know something, and you are free to work on it on yourself. So always ask questions.
Sorry, I lost my connection. I'm really sorry.
Any other questions?
Do you have a question, sir?
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. This
On the stage, because I want to come up there and thank all of you. Thank all of you guys for coming, and make sure that we get a huge round of applause for. Oh, sorry. I want to come up on stage and make sure that we get a huge round of applause for everybody who came up here, and I think this is the new way of learning, right? I think that my son learns and builds with people that he's never met, that he's never really interacted with, and I think you guys are illustrative of what the world will be like, and you guys are making the way, and I think it's being led by people who are very courageous and fearless, like Rohit, that will try things even in the middle of a pandemic. which takes a lot of courage. I'd like to get a lot of claps for the courage of the group to try to put something together sometimes. And what we're really